welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. So I wanted to do a video basically covering some things that I feel like I wanted to share, and I'm hoping that it will benefit you or encourage you to do in the same way. So I'm 26. Next year I'll be turning 27, and I've been having some reflective moments with the Lord, and these are some of the things that I had to think about, and I truly believe that God put on my heart as well. And it's also just a reminder as to how far I've come, things that I'm thankful for, things that I would have done differently, and things I'm expecting God to do. Okay, so obviously because I'm 26, it's going to be within that number. Okay, so basically 10 things I'm thankful for that I've done, 10 things I would have done differently, 6 things I'm expecting as I'm nearing into my 30s. Okay, so these are things that I just want to cover, go through. I'm going to break it down, and hopefully it'll make sense to you. So 10 things I am thankful for and that I have done. So being baptized and giving my life to God, having a solid relationship with God. Obviously with every relationship there's ups and downs, bumps, there's a lot of roller coaster moments, but I'm so honored and thankful to have God in my life and the work that he's done in me, the father that he's been to me, the friend that he's been to me, the presence that he's been in my life, and just how everything in my life is a reflection of God's hand. Okay, God's favor, God's provision, and ultimately in some way my obedience to him. Okay. 2, getting therapy. I'm happy that I got therapy. Definitely something I want to continue doing because I do struggle and battle with mental health issues, and I go through periods where I'm more overwhelmed than I would be in other periods. But therapy has definitely been a contributor to some of my changes. Obviously it's God above all, but I definitely believe that God put me in that situation to just help me kind of assess, break down, and just speak on and find healthy ways, healthy methods to deal with my trauma and the struggles of life. 3, forming healthy relationships with women. I definitely battled with this because obviously I didn't have my mother figure growing up, and I mainly grew up with my dad and my brothers. Didn't really have a good relationship with my stepmom, so I really just had to find out how to do womanly things through Google or YouTube, and God was so good that as I grew up, there are moments that I can actually remember that I knew that it was God that was like, fix up, or he would put people in my life, or help me get onto a platform that will educate me on how to maintain myself or look after myself, how to do this, that, and the next thing. And he would just bring women in my life who would help me to understand how to be a woman. And most of all, in terms of friendship, I'm definitely learning and have been blessed enough to experience womanly love, like sisterhood, forming healthy boundaries and relationships with my family. This is something I've struggled with for a very long time. Very much a toxic household it has been, but there are moments where there's been light and blessings and stuff, but God has been able to help me to form healthy boundaries, and keeping it positive with them. Number 5, encountering my fiance and all that God has done for us. He's been a blessing, he's been an asset, and God has definitely used him to better my life, and I'm just thankful to God for him. Number 6, finding my feet career-wise and letting God take over this area and other areas of my life too. I definitely feel like because I literally gave God my career, plans for my future, because I said to him, like, listen, Lord, please, if you could just position me, give me a job that and believe that I would blossom and that I would do well in, where others would benefit from me being there and I would benefit from, so yeah, just a place where he believes I would do well. Discovering, well, sorry, number 7, forgive me, discovering my hobbies. I'm doing a lot more of that now. A lot of my hobbies, I'm very creative, and I used to battle with, trying to fit in. So I would always want to find ways to monetize my hobbies, but my hobbies are my hobbies for a reason. I'm able to experience God when I'm doing my hobbies, when it's making art and doing art and stuff like that. So I just need to enjoy it for what it is, a hobby, and it's a form of meditation and just communion with God. It's my form of fellowship with him, essentially. 8, just writing and reading. I love the two. I love doing spoken word. I love writing short stories, and I love reading. Definitely feel like it helps me unload whatever is going on here, and reading just helps me just escape sometimes, but in a healthy way, and also challenges me and my writing abilities. And lastly, well, this is 9 now, but hearing God. I'm so thankful that I'm able to hear God in the many ways that he chooses to speak to me, because it says in his word, my sheep hear my voice, and I'm his sheep. Okay, I am his daughter, right? So I need to know my father's voice. If he's calling me, I need to know. I need to be like Samuel, where the Lord will call me. He wouldn't even have to call me 3 times. He'll call me once and I'll be like, yeah, yes, Dad. Yes, Dad. So, and the last thing I would probably say is, last thing, because I forgot to write the 10th one. I'm thankful that I'm learning to love me a little bit more. Okay, so this is now 10 things I would have done differently. Definitely would have got my license early, because I don't drive. Okay, I am a bus W. I get the bus. Okay, but the thing is, I'm so generous enough that I share my vehicle with the public, and I changed it to bus. Usually I would have said, it's my limo, whatever, but I was like, you know what, let me just be kind. Let me share this vehicle, this double-decker, with others, and they can ride with me since I have a personal driver. But definitely, guys, get yourself your license, your provisional, do your theory, your practical, do it, get it out of the way. And if you suffer with anxiety when it comes to doing like exams and stuff like that, go to therapy, get counseling, deal with it. Okay. Number 2, know more about therapy. Yeah, I wish I knew more about therapy. And doing health checks. So like by health checks, I mean like doing eye test, dental checkups, smear test, breast check, STI checks, blood tests. Yeah, basically knowing more about what's going on with my body, and making sure that I'm healthy, knowing my weight and how to maintain my healthy weight, and things that I need to eat. And apparently if you check your blood, if you do a blood test and you check your blood type, it should be able to help you with navigating what is actually best suited for you. But yeah, I would have done that. 3, I would have saved and traveled a lot more. I wish I did this more, but so much of my life was stolen for such a long period because of so much trauma and so much nonsense. I would have traveled a lot more. I would have experienced the world more. I would have just been that babe. I would have been in Fiji. Anyways, let's not even go there. My life will change. God will rewrite my story. That one will happen. Number 4, I would have been more confrontational in a healthy way. But when I say being more confrontational, I mean by addressing people. Okay, to be honest, number 5 also falls into this, but like I would have been more confrontational, addressing when people did me wrong, speaking my mind, nipping things in the bud, setting boundaries, telling people, look, I didn't like how you spoke to me, you really hurt me, blah blah blah, and please respect me next time by not doing this again, blah blah blah, instead of allowing people to walk all over me and take me for a fool. Okay. Number 6, I would have did more extracurricular activities, or just been more productive with some form of exercise. Okay. To be honest, I used to walk a lot, like a lot, and I used to do these walks with God a lot of the time when I was going through it. And even when I wasn't going through it, I just knew that that's something I needed to do with it within that period. I didn't think anything of it, but looking back now, I think that's what I needed, and just God made it work. Okay. But I used to walk every single day. There'll be periods where I wouldn't walk, but then most of the time I would always walk, and I would always talk with God. I would always commune with God, and that was, it was such a beautiful period. So maybe that was my extracurricular activity within that time. You know, there is a reason for every season, so maybe that was the case for then. Number 7, I would have not wasted my time obsessing over being in a relationship, being in marriage, and I should have just taken my time in my singleness and in my early 20s. Obviously, I'm happy that I've met and I'm with my partner now, but when I was younger, I wish I just took the time to just do me, you know, traveled more, lived more, experienced a bit more of life, and had more fun with my friends. Okay. Number 8, not giving my fears and insecurities the kind of power they had over me. But as you know, we thank God for deliverance, because I'm no longer in that place. Okay. I was bounded, like there was shackles on me when it came to fear. Okay. My insecurities having power and control. Obviously the Lord is still working on me, because I still battle with those things till this day. Salvation doesn't happen in one day. It takes time, it takes years. Okay. So the Lord is definitely working on me with that. But I'm thankful that I'm more bold, more courageous, more willing to do things outside of my ability, and trusting that greater is He that is in me than the one that is in the world. All right. Number 9, I would have definitely started YouTube a lot earlier, as I knew this is something God wanted me to do. Definitely would have started around 2016, 2017, but I didn't. Again, because fear, insecurities, and just a lot of wahala that was going on around that time, and mental health problems. I'm not just saying mental health for the sake of saying mental health. Like, I was literally going through it, which I'll talk about in a later video, because it's not necessary right now. Number 10, I wouldn't have wasted my time trying to please people, because I was and I was and can be at times a people pleaser. I feel like some church leaders, you know, in the past, took advantage of that, and manipulated the situations and this hunger and desire I had to serve God, and the way things played out, it just took a large chunk of my life, in my early 20s, where and it really ruined some friendships, yeah, for me. But I wish I did things different. I wish I did guys, my English is so broken. Okay, so basically, I wish I did things differently during that period. But again, as I said before, there's a reason for every season. So maybe I needed to go through that to testify to the goodness of God. God needed to work on me and show me how involved, how tangible, how present, and how vocal He is in my trials, my tribulations, and my suffering. All right, and last thing, guys, 6 things I'm expecting as I'm nearing my 30s. I'm actually very excited to be 30 or go into my 30s. I'm excited to grow older. I know life happens and there'll be challenges, there'll be trials and tribulations, there'll be difficulties. I'll be going through marriage and, you know, having children, and there'll be battles, there'll be difficulties and stuff. I know, but I'm just excited because God is good. And if I just let God have control, I'll be able to live, laugh, and laugh, you know? Right, so 6 things I'm expecting is 1, to be a better steward in the area of finances and other parts it falls under. I need to manage my finances well. I need to manage other things, my life better, okay? So I need to be a better steward. Wherever it needs be, I pray that the Lord will help me be a better steward. To be number 2 would be to be consistent, committed, and driven when it comes to creating content, personal development, healthy eating, and exercise. I don't need to say more. It's just it's a desire. Number 3, pick up an extracurricular activity. I don't know. I bought a swimming costume. It's in here. I bought goggles, a hat. Actually, no, sorry. Can you imagine if it's in here? That's my swim. I bought a swimming costume. I bought goggles and a hat. I was supposed to go swimming months ago, but it was too expensive and I couldn't afford it. The price changed. They shifted the price and I was like, you guys are crazy because there were hidden fees. But it is well. The Lord is still good. But I'm gonna figure something else. But oh my gosh, the English is not Englishing today. Anyways, I think maybe when they fix the swimming pool here, I'll be going to that. Maybe that'll be my extracurricular activity. Maybe it will be roller skating. Maybe I'll be one of those girls roller skating. Okay, because I want to skate, either skateboarding or roller skating. Number 4, learn to embrace the woman God has called me to be, formed me to be, and even more. So aka my beauty, you know, fashion, my inner self, my talents. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, I am a multifaceted babe. Yeah, I have a lot to give and a lot to offer, but there are moments, there are periods, there are seasons where, my goodness, the enemy will come and steal, kill, and destroy me. He will attempt, you know. His weapons will be formed. Do they prosper? No, because the Lord is still here. The Lord is helping me, will help me, and will deliver me, will take me out before those weapons prosper, you know. So I struggle a lot with that, but I'm really praying and hoping that, you know, moving forward, it's something that I will definitely overcome, and I'll be able to testify and say that the Lord has been able to deliver me out of my insecurities. And this mindset of always questioning who God made me. I need to be sure. I need to be positive. I need to be confident in knowing that the great I am, who made all things good. Yeah. Those 7 days that he took, well, 6 days he took to form this earth, and he called all of us good. Who am I to challenge him and question him about his creation? Very mad. Oh. 2 last things. Travel a lot more, experience life outside of the UK, please and thank you. Okay, so yeah, I'm just hoping that, you know, even though I'll be getting married soon, please, Noah, if you're watching this, know we're traveling. We're going to enjoy life. Sorry, I'm traveling. I want to pack your bags. Number 6, I just want to be more disciplined as well moving forward, and more of God. I don't know how much more of God I have, you know. How much more, like, I don't know how much more I can get than what I have already. I don't know, you know, what more I can experience of God that I haven't experienced already. But God is big, you know. So I'm excited, you know, to experience God in the different versions of me to come. I'm excited to live, love, and laugh with God. Okay, just putting everything in his hands, trusting and knowing that he has everything in control, that he hasn't left me nor forsaken me, and his plans are to prosper me and not to harm me, and just standing firm in his promises, in his truth, and declaring his word over my life. I tend to forget to do that a lot, even though my previous video was about declaring God's word over our lives. So yeah, I hope this encourages you, helps in some way. I know it's a lot, but hopefully it makes you think. Also, guys, what are some of yours? You know, what are you thankful for that God has been able to do in your life? Even if you're in your if you're in your 20s, 30s, even older, what are some of the things that you are thankful for God that he's been able to do, that you've learned, the teachable moments, things that you would have done differently, not things you regret, but things that you would have done differently, and what you're expecting God to do. Okay, so thank you, and till next time, hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to click like, share and subscribe this video. Okay, make sure to comment. All right, don't leave me hanging. My laptop is misbehaving. Anyways, God bless you guys until next time. Bye.